On our last morning at the Kuvera Eco Lodge, we got a thirsty visitor by the pool. After finishing the breakfast, we headed towards Dambulla. First we arrived to the market, but before that we saw hundreds of trucks packed with fresh fruits and vegetables waiting in lines to enter one of the halls. We had the chance to take a look around in the noisy whirlwind, so we could see how the sellers bargained about the prices. After the market, we started to climb up to the Dambulla cave temples. The complex dates back to the 3rd century before Christ, and over the years it has been converted into a temple which consists of 5 caves. This is the largest and best preserved cave temple in Sri Lanka, with its 156 statues and Buddhist frescoes covering an area of 2,100 square meters. Out of the 5 caves, we could only visit 4, and we started with the largest one, which is called the Cave of the Great Kings. It has 16 standing and 40 seated statues of Buddha, and the gods of Shaman and Vishnu are also present. The ceiling dates back to the 18th century, and it depicts scenes from Buddha's life. This is the Great New Monastery, which includes a statue of King Kirti Sri Rajashinha along with 50 other Buddha statues. The ceiling and the wall paintings were made in a typical Kandy style. This is the Western Cave, which houses a long row of seated Buddha statues. However, the highlight of the cave is the stupa inside. In the second new temple, we can see 2 Buddha statues crowned with cobra-shaped hoods, indicating Buddha's 6th week of enlightenment. We took a quick stop at the Sri Sarananda Maha Pirivena Pilgrim's Rest, which is a learning center for Buddhist student monks. In the backyard there is a huge meditating Buddha statue, which can be seen from outside as well. Next up was the Golden Temple Buddhist Museum, which is located under the Golden Buddha statue. The statue is the largest Buddha in the world in this position. This is a 3-story building which is near the Dambulla cave complex. We also wanted to see the Avukana ancient rock temple, which is rather a 14-meter high standing Buddha statue, which once was part of a large shrine or an image house. However, nowadays only the lower walls of it can be seen. The Buddha is still partially attached to the rock behind him with a narrow strip. Today it is really popular amongst tourists as well. We spent the remaining part of the day in Anuradhapura discovering its ancient city. Anuradhapura is often called as the crib of the Buddhism, as it was the first capital city of the country. It is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1982. First, we visited the Sri Maha Pirivena stupa, which is one of the tallest ones on the island with its 103-meter height. Some of the Buddha relics are enshrined in the stupa, which was damaged during the Chola conquest of Anuradhapura, but it was renovated by King Parakramabahu. We walked to the 2,400 years old sacred Bo tree, under which Siddhartha attained enlightenment. This is the Dakina stupa, which dates back to the 2nd century before Christ, and for centuries it was believed that it was the tombstone of King Elalan. Later it was identified that the structure cannot be Elalan's tomb. We also had a look on the Sandahirusaya, which is the 2nd largest hemispherical stupa in Sri Lanka. It was built between 2010 and 2021 to commemorate of the fallen soldiers who fought in the Sri Lankan Civil War. Our next stop was the Ishurumuniyat Buddhist temple, which was constructed during the reign of Devanampiya Tissa as a monastic complex to all of the ordained children. There are a few carvings on the rock. This is a man seated in a regal position with the head of a horse behind him. This figure is believed to be the god of rain. After the temple, we visited the royal gardens, which are good examples of the Sri Lankan garden architecture of the pre-Christian era. In the park, numerous ponds and remains of small buildings can be found. On the back of this stone wall, there is a strange map which is called the Stargate. It is believed to be a gateway between Earth and the outer space through which humans could communicate with other intelligent beings in the universe. It is believed that the chart was a secret code to access the Stargate, and as there are 4 seats on it, people think that it could be used or manipulated by 4 individuals. Similar charts were found, by the way, in Peru and Egypt. These are the remains of a pavilion with a water tank. After the discovery of the ancient city of Anuradhapura, there was only one last place to go to, which is the Kubura resort where we spent this night. After checking in, we went down to have a look on the rice fields in front of our place and to try out the pool so we could rest a bit. Before going to sleep, we had a delicious dinner at the hotel's restaurant.